Hello guys, very welcome back in this video. Let's cover the chapter 7 of class 6th NCERT, our country, India. Now India is a country of vast geographical expanse, right? Lofty Himalayas, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. Now, an interesting fact about India is that if you see, the north-south extension is about 3200 kilometer, and the west to east extension is about 2900 kilometers. So in that sense, it's a very evenly shaped country, right? Here's what is written, same, right? Apart from that, apart from the language and the cultural diversity, we have lots of climate diversity, vegetation diversity, wildlife diversity, right? So that's the beauty of this country. Now, if we see the locational setting of India, it is located in the northern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere completely, right? And the Tropic of Cancer passes almost halfway through the country. So this is the Tropic of Cancer, which almost halfway divides the country. And if you see the extent, the mainland extension of India is from 8 degree 4 minute north. So this is here is 0 degree, or this would be better. So this is 8 degree. So this region is 8 degree 4 minute north up till 37 degree 6 minute north latitude, right? And from east to west, if we see, it is roughly 68 point. So this is 60. This part of India, the Kutch part of India, starts from 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east longitude. The question is, both, as I was talking about the evenness aspect, roughly it's 30 degree, right? But still, why does the north-south extension is greater? It's around 3200 kilometer, right? This is because, for the simple reason that as we go away from the equator, the distance between the longitudes decreases, and it's least, and it's zero at the poles, right? But it is not the case with the latitudes, right? And hence, since India is away from the equator, north of equator, right, hence the distance is less. So 30 degree corresponds to 2900 kilometer, but 30 degree latitudinal difference corresponds to 3200 kilometer, right? Later, we have seen that if we divide the world into eastern and western hemispheres, we have already seen how India belongs. India belongs definitely to the eastern hemisphere. Now, due to great longitudinal extent of about 29 to 30 degrees, there could be wide differences in the local time of the places located at the two extreme points of India. As such, the difference between the 2 points would be about 2 hours, right? But even though there is a difference of 2 hours, like China did, there is a single standard time for the China, the Beijing time. Same way, India also has a standard time standard time for whole of the country, because there will be problems for the railways, etc., office hours, and other functions of the country. So we have chosen one standard meridian for the country, that is 82 degree 30 minute east, that which passes through the Prayagraj. And this is the standard meridian of India. And by the way, the USA and the Canada have 7 and 6 time zones respectively, right? Yeah, right. And as the question asks, how many time zones are there in Russia? So Russia has got 11 time zones, right? Okay, so next, these are the Indian neighbors. We have got 7 land neighbors, right? So here is the political map of India, which has recently got amended with Jammu and Kashmir getting to the union territory status, and next. So this was a political and administrative division, how the country has been divided, and Rajasthan is the largest state and the Goa is the smallest state in terms of the area. Now, if you see the physical division, India is marked by diversity of physical features such as the mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal, and the islands, right? So, if you see India's physical division, if we talk about the mountain, we can divide the India physically in terms of mountains. The Great Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas, and the Shivaliks. In the Middle Himalayas, as the question is asked in the NCERT, mentioned in the 5 hill station, which can also be asked in the UPSC. So the 5 hill station which comes into my mind is Mussoorie, Nainital, Manali, then Darjeeling, Shimla, Dalhousie, right? And then we also have in the mountains, then we go also to the Western Ghat, then Eastern Ghat. Western Ghat is continuous as compared, more continuous as compared to the Eastern Ghat, and Western Ghats are known as Sahyadris. And in terms of the mountain range which is longest in complete landmass of India, so Western Ghat / Sahyadris are the longest mountain ranges in India. We also have mountain ranges in the northeastern part, which are known as the Purvanchal Hills, and we also have, in western part, the Aravalli ranges, which are the oldest mountain ranges in the world, with the Vindhya range, Satpura range, right? Okay, so that was first. The second is the plain region. Actually, the plain region of the northern plain has particularly been formed because of the deposition of alluvium in the river valleys. So that was about the northern plains. The other plains are the coastal plains. The western coastal plains are smaller in extent as compared to the eastern coastal plain, owing to the fact that there are less western flowing rivers, and moreover the size, they are very, very fast, and then hence they can't carry much they don't carry much of the alluvium, and hence the western coastal plain is smaller as compared to the eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains, you have the big rivers like Godavari, Krishna, right, Kaveri. So since they are very long rivers, they erode the surface for very long amount of time, and hence large amount of alluvium is deposited, and hence we have the eastern coastal plains definitely larger than the western coastal plains, right? Apart from this, if we move on to the plateau region, so this is the plateau region of India, divided into the Deccan Plateau, then this Chota Nagpur Plateau, right? So this is a very uneven region in terms of its elevation as compared to the coastal plains. For example, the northern coastal plains, they are very flat, relatively flat. The plateau region is full of minerals like coal, iron ore. The plateau, if we talk about the Deccan Plateau, it is triangular in shape, right? Now, what is the basic difference between a plain and a plateau? See, there is no difference between plain and plateau. The only difference between plain and plateau is when a plain reaches a height, it is known as a plateau. So plateau is a large area of flat land at a height. So that is what is plateau. Now, one more important point related to the plains was left is that the Sundarban Delta, what you see on this region, here comes the Brahmaputra and here comes the Ganga, and the Sundarban Delta is the largest delta in the world, and formed because of the alluvial deposition. They are triangular in shape. Okay, so triangle towards the land and the two sides. Okay, one side towards the land and the two side towards the river. Largest is still delta in the one, Sundarban delta. Okay, so what we covered: the mountains, the Great Himalayas, Middle Himalaya Shivaliks, then Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, then the mountains like the Aravalli Range, Vindhya Range, Satpura Range, right? And the Purvanchal Hills also. Okay, apart from that, we also covered the plateau. We understood what is the difference between a plain and a plateau. We then covered what is a plain, right? Uh, there are very important mountains in the plateau, such as the Aravalli Hills, which is the oldest. Next, two divisions are left. First division is the Great Indian Desert, okay, mostly confined to the Rajasthan, parts of Punjab, parts of Gujarat also, right? And some desert is also found in Telangana region, right? Now, and the final division, the physical division of India, is the islands. Now, a very interesting fact about the island is there are two island groups we have. First is the Lakshadweep Island, second is the Andaman and Nicobar Island. The Lakshadweep Island, they are formed because of the coral deposition. Okay, so they are coral in nature. So as it is written here, what are corals? Corals are the skeletons of tiny marine animals called polyps. By polyps, now what are polyps? Polyps are actually come into the phylum Nidaria, the same way as the jellyfish. The difference between jellyfish and the polyps is that the polyps, they have a limestone structure by which they attach themselves to the rock. So when this polyp dies, this limestone structure, limestone case where they protect themselves, upon this another polyp comes and starts to live, and when it dies, so a kind of mound starts to develop, as you can see in the picture here. These are the coral islands, right? So lakhs of years has taken place to just form this one, you can say this inch, right? So complete island have formed because of polyps. We must be thankful to the polyps, right? As it is written, the polyps grow on the top of the hard skeleton, which grow higher and higher, and thus forming coral island. So Lakshadweep is a coral island, but not the Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar it's told that Andaman and Nicobar is a continuation of the Himalayas by some people, right? Two plates interacting. So yeah. So you can say volcanic eruption also. Right. So yes, they were affected by the tsunamis. So these are all. And the Palk state, I did the question asked, the Palk state lies between the countries India and Sri Lanka. Right. Hello guys, very welcome back. In this video we'll be covering the chapter 8th of class 6th NCERT Geography. India, climate, vegetation and wildlife. First of all, what is the weather? The day-to-day changes in the atmosphere, which includes changes in temperature, rainfall and sunshine. A very important part is the time frame here is day to day. Now, when the same time frame is for a very long period of time, we'll come to know further what this kind of average, sunshine, average rainfall, average temperature, what is this known as, right? Now, broadly, the major seasons recognized in India are cold weather season, winter, which is from December to February, hot weather season, which is summer from March to May, southwest monsoon season. Why is it southwest? Because we normally name a season uh, from the place where the winds originate, right? Uh, so this is from June to September, and then we have season of retreating monsoon, that is October and November, right? So let's start with the first season. See, there are three important terminology: weather, season, and climate, right? So climate is the average of weather over a large period of time, right? 10 years, 30 years, the average of weather is climate, right? Or next we move to seasons. In India there are four kind of seasons, not to be confused, right? There is no spring season in India, very important. What is autumn? Autumn is, like, if you see, June to September is rainy. Autumn is like the arrival of cold season, when the trees start shedding their leaves. In India we don't recognize a spring season, right? So, right, let's start with cold. uh, yeah, another very important fact is that if you see, now, as it is written here, for this region, the torrid zone, which is from 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south, the midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all the latitudes in between, in the torrid zone, right? And after it says, uh, beyond Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, the midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, right? And hence naturally the sunlight is less intense, right? So if you see India, so this is equator, this is a Tropic of Cancer, and this is Tropic of Capricorn. The if you see, from the Gujarat region, the Madhya Pradesh region, Chhattisgarh region, in the all the India, southern part of India receives a direct slanting, a direct sunlight, as opposed to the area of India just north of it, which receives slanting sunlight. So definitely the heat in the region south of this torrid zone, the part of India which is in torrid zone, it receives more heat, right? And hence the effect of the cold, or the winter in the torrid India, it's less as compared to the non-torrid India, right? Or temperate India, right? So that was an interesting fact to know, right? So that was the cold weather season, winter, and the hot weather season, or summer. We have already explained why is it southwest monsoon season or rainy season, right? And the southwest monsoon, again will repeating, because the winds, that is the monsoon winds, it is originates, the wind origination is the southwest, and hence it is named so, right? So the rainy season, the primarily southwest winds are responsible, winds coming from the southwest direction, right? And yeah, I have already discussed what is climate. This is uh, right. Very important part: the season of retreating monsoon, also known as autumn, right? Because after this, the wind, it is the arrival of, you can say, winter, right? Winds move back from the mainland to the Bay of Bengal. This is the season of retreating monsoons. But during this the retreating of winds, the southern part of India, particularly Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, receive rainfall in this region. So it's a kind of, you can say, the northeast winds, right? The winds come from the northeast, they take some water, and parts of Andhra and Tamil Nadu, they receive rain, right? So winter rains. Nowhere in India we receive winter rain because of, because of this. The climate of India has broadly been described as monsoon type. Yes, a very important part. Indian climate. What is climate? Climate is, right, average weather condition over many years. And this average weather condition, the climate of India has been broadly, very important term, broadly been described as monsoon, and the monsoon has been taken from the Arabic word mosim, which means seasons, right? So due to India's location in the tropical region, most of the rain is brought by the monsoon wind, and good monsoon means good rain. Next, we'll move to a very important fact that climate of a place is affected by its location, altitude, distance from the sea, and relief. Right? So, therefore, we experience regional differences in the climate of India. Jaisalmer and Bikaner in the desert of Rajasthan are very, very hot, while Dras and Kargil in Jammu Kashmir are freezing cold. What is Dras? Dras is also known as the gateway to Ladakh. It is second coldest inhabited place after Siberia. In 19 some year back, its temperature was recorded as low as minus 60 degrees Celsius, and it is very near to Zozila Pass, and people speak Shina language, which is part of the Indo-Aryan language group. Dras River passes through the Dras Valley. Right? The coastal places like Mumbai and Kolkata experience moderate climate. Yeah, Meghalaya, Mawsynram, Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Now, a very important classification which we normally don't know is up till 1.5 meters we have shrub layers, 5 meters we have young trees, right? Up till 40 meters we have canopy, and up till 60 meters we have emergent layers, right? So very important. So next we move to what is natural vegetation. The grasses, shrubs and trees which grow on their own without interference or help from the human beings are called natural vegetation, right? Due to varied climatic conditions, India has a wide range of natural vegetation. Vegetation of India can be divided into 5 types: tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, thorny bushes, mountain vegetation, and mangrove forests, right? First, we go to tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest occur in the areas which receive heavy rainfall. They are so dense that sunlight doesn't reach the ground. Many species of the trees are found in these forests, which shed their leaves at different times of year. Therefore, they always appear green and are called evergreen forests. Mahogany. Mahogany is an African and South American and Central American tree, evergreen tree, and interestingly, the word has been derived from Sanskrit word Mahogany, means it has immense qualities as far as medicinal values, the wood, so on and so forth. Second is ebony. The ebony, as you can see many times, ebony or ebony star or ebony superstar in films, right? So ebony is black. The inside of ebony is black in color, hence they are used in like piano, in guitar, etc. Then we have rosewood. Rosewood is also known as sesame, right? Very importantly, Andaman and Nicobar has evergreen forests, but not Lakshadweep, right? Parts of northeastern states of India, and the east and the narrow strip of western slope of the Western Ghats are home of the forest, not the eastern slope of the Western Ghats, right? Very importantly, Eastern Ghats even though they also receive rainfall, but they are not evergreen forests, tropical rainforests, very important. Then we have tropical deciduous forests, also known as monsoon forests. They shed their leaves at a particular time of year. Important teams are sal. So sal, the name sal has come from the Sanskrit word shala. So shala means house. Hence, it is the tree's wood is fit to make the house, like Prayog Shala, right? Pashu Shala, so on and so forth. Teak, right? Then we have, okay, by the way, teak, the word teak has come from the Tamil Malayalam word tekku, right? In North we call it segun, yeah, seguan, right? Next we have people, neem, and sesham, which is again rosewood. So these are tropical deciduous forest, and these shed their leaves during autumn and or some part of the year, right? So they are found in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and parts of Maharashtra. Then we have thorny bushes, which are found along the desert areas of India. For example, cactus, khair, babool, kikar. Okay, babool has white thorns. Similarly, kikar has thorns which are concave towards the tree, and it has glands also. Kikar, found in Punjab, Haryana, eastern slopes of Western Ghats, and Gujarat. So here is what you see. Babool, right? Next is mountain vegetation. Very importantly, it is a great fact to know that from 1500 to 2500 meters, all the trees have a canopy, because at this height you have snowfall, and to prevent the trees from the freezing snow, we have canopy. Very important, very very interesting. So below, you can judge. For example, you are in the mountain and you start finding canopies like this, right? So you can clearly say that yes, we have started getting at the height of more than 1500 meters, right? Coniferous trees, cheer, pine, deodar, important trees. What are mangroves? These mangroves, they are fit to grow even in saline water. What a beautiful thing, right? Sundarban, West Bengal, and in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. That was new information, that even Andaman and Nicobar Islands have got mangrove vegetation. Sundari is a well-known species tree in the mangrove forest, in which the Sundarbans have been named. Okay, interesting information. So here is a complete set of things which forests give. Finally, wildlife. Tiger is national animal, peacock is national bird, hundreds of snakes, cobras and kraits are very famous. A new information we came to know that kraits are even 5 times more poisonous than cobras, right? How we can contribute in conserving wildlife? Not purchasing things made of feathers, skins, fur, horns, bones, etc. Every year, Wildlife Week is celebrated in the first week of October to create awareness of the conserving habitats in animal kingdom. Some migratory birds are pelican, Siberian crane, stork, flamingo, pintail duck, and curlew migrate to our country from Siberia, right? And they migrate in December and stay till early March because it's freezing cold there, right?